Okay, this is going to be a video for transformations of lines. Some of this material we already covered when we did graphing lines, but just so you can understand. Okay, so in the quadratics and exponentials, we had parentheses. As you can see here, there are no parentheses. So basically, what this would mean is this would just be down 1, because that is negative. Very similar to the quadratic. If we had something like this, we would just say down 1, okay? All right, now, this is a dilation of 5, okay? Now, when we go to graph it, we don't have to approximate. We can be exact with this, okay? So my y-intercept is that. My dilation is my slope, okay? All right, so since it's positive, I'm going up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1, okay? All right, and I'm going to connect the dots there. All right. What's going on here? This would be up 6. This would be a dilation of 2. And that negative would be a reflection, okay? So instead of the line going like this, it flips over. Now we consider that negative slope, okay? So I'm up 6, okay? All right, so this is negative 2, so I go down 2 to the right 1. It's negative 2 over 1, down 2, right 1. But this is the same concept with transformations, okay? What's happening here? This would be down 3, and this would be a reflection. Now, my slope here is negative 1 over 1, so down 3, so down 1 to the right 1. And that's what the line looks like, okay? All right. I'm going to go ahead and change this one to negative 1/2, okay? All right, so what would this mean? This would mean I would be going up 8. This would mean I would have a dilation of 1/2, okay? And then I would also have a reflection. Okay, so I go up 8. All right, negative 1 over 2, so it's down 1 to the right 2. Connect the dots. Okay, go ahead and try yours in Go Formative. Okay, now it says given f of x equals x, circle all the translations that we needed to create the graph below. All right, now here's what you need to understand. Okay, about the concept of f of x equals x. All right, as this loads. All right, so f of x is a fancy symbol for y. Okay, now, so the idea is y equals x. This is what my graph looks like. Okay, and the idea here is I have a slope of 1 and a y-intercept of 0. So, when you look at, the first thing that's easiest to do is look at the y-intercept. What is the y-intercept of my graph here? That is positive 5. So how would you go from 0 to positive 5? You would go up, okay? All right, now, the next part is figuring out the steepness. Okay, all right. So very similar to what we were doing with exponential growth and decay. If my slope is greater than 1, okay, all right, greater than 1, that's going to be more steep. If my slope is between 1 and 0, that is going to be less steep. Okay, all right. So, to find my slope, okay, I can go from any of these points. Okay, so that's up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 over 1, which is 8. Well, obviously, that's greater than 1, so that makes it more steep. What a reflection is if you have a negative slope. Okay, that's how you know that. But in this case, we do not. Okay, let's do another one together. All right. So, the concept here is I got a slope of 1 and a y-intercept of 0. Okay? If I look at this y-intercept, my y-intercept is -7. Well, how do you get to -7? You have to go down. Okay, now I'm going to use my slope here. I got this point, and I can use this point here. You can use these two. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. So 4 over 1 is 4, which makes that more steep. Okay? All right? There's no negative, so there's no reflection. Okay? Now, once again, I got a slope of 1. A y-intercept is 0. What is my y-intercept now? My y-intercept now is 2. So how would I get to 2? Only way I get to 2 is going up. Okay? Now, my points. Okay? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? All right? So 2 divided by 10, all right, is 1/5, which is less than 1. So that is going to be less steep. Okay? Now, as you can see, my graph has negative slope because it's going that way, so I would also have a reflection. Okay? So negative slope is a reflection. Okay? Let's do another one. All right? So, once again, slope is 1, y-intercept is 0. All right, my y-intercept now is -6. Well, how would I get to -6? I got to go down to do that. Okay? All right, now let's say I use this point here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 over 1, which is 6 for the slope, which would make that more steep. Now, since that slope of the line is negative, that would also be a reflection. Okay? All right? All right, now, slope is 1, y-intercept is 0. So my y-intercept now is -2. Well, how would I get there? I have to go down. Okay, now let's look at my slope. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I divide 2 by 8 in the calculator, I get 1/4. So that means it's going to be less steep. Now, since it's a positive slope, there is no reflection. Okay? All right, so go ahead and try yours and go formative.